Alright guys, welcome back. House Prophet here. Remember the last time we were looking at the shorts Tucano. We just want to see how far we've gone. So today we want to look at the updates. Alright, so we have the fuselage. So the fuselage base is ready. You see I actually put the bulkheads, a couple of formers, you can see that. And that's the bubble, that's called the bubble canopy there. It's a 2-seat. Alright, so I've kind of reinforced. And then we have a firewall there, so my engine compartment is here. And then another bulkhead or frame at the bottom there. And then you can see how my wing, that's design of my wing fits there. And I'm going to look where my center of gravity. So center of gravity probably at 20, maybe 21% there. And then my horizontal, you can see my horizontal stabilizer there. You see the elevator, so I just need to put the upper camber. You can see it's all movable. And then I'm going to put the horns, push-pull rods, and the motor, okay? And then that's the rudder. So I've just secured there because I detached so that I can put the mechanism. So that I'm going to run the push-pull rods. So they're going to move all the way from the cockpit end, coming this way. I'm going to put a couple of tubes just to secure them. All right, so you can see the movement, and then I'll measure. Kind of going to measure the angle. I have to get that angle right there. And then the moment you guys are waiting for my wings. So wing is here. So the wing I'm using for today is a straight, a leading edge and tapered trailing. You can actually see how my flap extends and the aileron. So remember, all these are measurements. So for these aircraft, the aileron takes about I'll call it like 45%. Compare this area versus the flap. So we're taking a huge one because these aircraft also should be maneuverable. It's a basic 2-seat trainer, but also can be used for ground attack. So it needs to be able to move out of enemy fire quickly. Okay, so that's basically what we have. And then you can see I put markings. So my maximum thickness, I put there, you can see 30. So my maximum thickness is there, going to be at that. So I already marked 30 there. 30 for this rib. These are ribs. I don't want too many ribs. I tried out 1, 2, 3, 4. This is now my wing box. So these will protrude in the fuselage. And then my motors for ailerons, and I'm going to put elevators there. So that's again 30. So I chose a 30. If I put a thickness of 30, it's going to give me a high stall, my stall angle. I want a kind of high stall angle in this scenario. My L over D also may be good because I'm looking at a scenario where you're flying an RC and the engine fails, the aircraft should be able to glide. So I'm looking at something that can really glide well. And apparently this aircraft is a low wing. I hope I'll be able to put the dihedral. This is why I tilt, the upward tilting. If I don't put a dihedral, wow, lateral stability is going to be reduced, and then there's going to be too much directional. Too much directional may be an issue, especially at low speed. High speed, not too bad. But when it comes to low speed, controllability may be an issue. And then you can see my sample ribs. You can see these are where my rib designs are coming from. You can there. And then also you got this one here. So you just need to make simple ones, and then you cut out, and then you make them in pairs, and then how you spread them out. And then for me, I see the best thing is you do you do your calculations on the wing so that you remember. That's why I have these values to remember. Okay, and then I need to put a spar. I need to put a spar there. And then finally, guys, guess what? I'm going to do a wing load. So I'm expecting this guy to be at 2 Gs. Maybe push it up to 2.5 Gs because we don't have flaps. If there are flaps, you only go up to 2 Gs. So at 2.5 Gs means twice its weight. So I take twice its weight. So I take the weight of the aircraft, multiply by 2.5, and then that 2.5 I divide by 2. I share among these wings, and then this wing should be able to take 2.5. And that 2.5, I should be able to do them for 30 seconds. So meaning I take the aircraft outside, put the wings there, put some weights at the tips here, but the wings obviously upside down to simulate a positive G, wings upside down, and then that gives me 2.5, like 30 seconds. I can even push up to 1 minute. I'm assuming that if these aircraft were to go to 2.5 at 1 minute, which is usually unlikely, it's unlikely that you push the aircraft for such a long period. So I think 30 seconds. But sometimes you can go just to be sure, because wings is one of the most important equipment components in the aircraft. So join me again tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to put the actually over the holidays. You have a long holiday, so I hope I can be able to put my camber. So I'm just going to put either one piece. So I can put one piece still here, and then another piece there, and then one piece here, and another final piece here. I can just put one sheet there. And I've also ordered shrink. We call it shrink material. So this shrink material, so that I don't have to paint, it's kind of like a plastic. It's a kind of new design that you see people putting in cars, like a shrink. So if I put that, it will remove all folds, so that we reduce air resistance by probably 25%. So if air resistance is reduced, another way of saying it is like your lift increases, which is actually a good thing. So anyway, from me, how's Prophet? If you have any question, aircraft design here. So join me tomorrow as we finish, and then we start laying out our flight control, how the cables will run. You see, I've already plotted my cable layout there. I've estimated that this length of aileron halfway, so that we divide equally the force on that side, and then same thing I've done here. And then my cable is running there, so that means I'll be able to run I put a flange there so that my control cables actually run there. And then tomorrow join me, because I want to design the bell crank, okay, mechanism there, so that everything fits into place. So thank you guys. House Prophet here. Have a good evening.